Look at this place now. Sawadee Cup, everybody. We are by Buang Kum Park, Sun Buk. Which is just over here. You can see it. And this place is cranking. I haven't seen it this busy since before the pandemic. Seriously. And it's about, right now there's a 50% chance of rain. Man, I gotta be careful where I walk. 50% chance of rain, 80% humidity, 84 degrees. The feel like temperature is 93 and there's 0 wind. So another hot one. Nothing new. But lots and lots of people out. Even down the street, I'm walking usually I walk the other way. But today I'm gonna go up to the corner here and turn left. And you'll see this, even up on usually the other street, when I turn left, there's very few people there. But today it's packed. I just wanted to go for a little morning walk, get a little exercise, get prepared for any upcoming trips. You see everybody's got masks on. However, if you go to the basketball courts, almost nobody is wearing them, which seems appropriate, but you know, the people are right on top of each other, so if the police wanted to be difficult, they could. Pomelo, Som-o. Do me a favor, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check the description for all the ways you can contact me or help support me and this channel. And with that, Sawadee Cup, everybody. Sawadee Ton Chow. You want a polo? 350 baht. $20 baht for all this stuff. I've been meaning to get a new laundry basket. Actually, a couple of them. But I never want to carry them back from wherever I am. They're 20 baht though, so very cheap. This is pomegranate. Little pomegranate juice. They sell everything at this market. Damn near anything that you could want or need, they sell it here. Check it out. They used to have some good Quintillo shops set up on this sidewalk. Go ahead, get yourself one of those. Be my guest. A little tie-dye. More bananas. Those are good. Swaddy ka.
สวัสดีค่ะ10 บาทค่ะ10 บาทอร่อยค่ะ
Hello, 10 baht.
Thank you, Mr. Andy Stubbs. Thank you very much. Got a little bit of honey. Choke day to you. Now, I don't want to walk around in the park, but you know, they're selling those coconuts, those little tiny coconuts now are 20 baht. And about 4 or 5 years ago, they were selling them, big coconuts were 15 baht each. Now they sell for, the big coconuts sell for about 40 baht, sometimes 35. But 40 baht, so that tells you how much the prices have gone up here. I mean, seriously, these little things are, these are tiny. They have almost no meat in them and no water compared to the big ones. Just keep walking. Swaddy krap. I want you to beer me. Ah, that's a funny one. I want you to beer me. Perhaps that means the beer you drink, or perhaps it's someone else. Who knows? The Thai baht right now is 33.29 to the dollar, which is pretty good. Can't complain. What they got? Roti. And they got roti. Bang bang roti. That's what that's called. Man. I don't care what anybody says, you never get used to the heat here. You just tolerate it. I just pulled my mask down. We're gonna go up to the next street over. Whew. Well, as bad as the heat is here, I have been looking for the past couple of days at places to go. You know, places where there's some culture, some cool things to see, and maybe a nice hike. And I've come up with 4 places so far. And I want to come up with another 6 and then narrow them down to 3. And then determine where Longhorns and I will go, assuming he is going to go, which I believe he will. Ooh, man. This is the National Housing Authority right here. If you don't know, there's many places to hike and to, you know, hike and do trains. Take a train, take a whatever it might be, whatever form of transportation. Multiple forms of transportation. Lots of places. Short hikes, long hikes, overnight hikes, 3-hour hikes. They're all over the place. So it's been a while since I've went on a journey kind of like that. Really since Bangkok. And this coming week, we'll probably go ahead and do a few things in Bangkok. Well, I was doing 40, 30 and 40 before. So, yeah, I can do 20 pretty easily. I mean, it ain't easy, but they start out very early. I was starting out at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd walk until around 11, take a long break, walk another 3-4 hours, and that'd be the end of the day. Well, this is not good. Definitely not good. I didn't know this next street was so far up. Thought it was just a quick 2 minutes. Oh, this is the street right here. So do I want to keep walking or do I want to take a motorbike? Motorbike might be nice. This is the coffee shop where I didn't like the coffee. I don't think I'm gonna go in there. Pretty busy. Now I wouldn't mind having one of those to tootle around town on. That would actually be pretty cool. But they're like $1,000, man. Those things are like $1,000. Grapes. 2 kilos for 100 baht. See if I can get a ride from this guy up here. Quang mấy?
Hả?
คุณว่างไหม
ว่างไหมไปไหนครับ
แยกข้างหน้าครับ
ว่างเลยคันนี้ครับ
โอเคครับ
ครับผม
ครับครับ
ร้านนั้นน่ะ
โอเคครับ โ ข้างหน้านิดเดียวพอจดได้ครับที่นี่ก็ได้อะไรนะ
20 เอง
โอเคครับ
มีไหมแต่
ก็มีครับ
โอเค thank you
โอเคครับก็มาครับ No money, no honey. Not funny. But in this case, it was only 20 baht, so you can't complain. Let's walk. Obviously, I've done this walk many, many times, but not since things have opened up here. And hopefully, Bangkok will open up further sometime in the near future. I'm not counting on it though. I'd like to get out and go on a little trip before the country opens up to international tourists without quarantine. You see, this place is dead now. There's always people, there's one guy here. There's always people playing chess really early in the morning. People laying around. Nobody. Wow. But they've done a good job making this place nice. This park nice and clean. It'd be nice if they just say, okay, if you're outdoors and you can keep your distance, no mask is necessary. That would be a big plus. All right, now this is Pantip, Bangkok, which has been pretty dead. Whew. Man. See here. Shall we go in again? really need to take a look and see how old this market is. The other market was pretty old, the one that used to be at Happy Land, but they just smashed that down and they haven't done anything with it for like 5 years. This lady's got the right idea. She's got the right idea with the umbrella on her head. Still working on the SkyTrain. It's coming along slowly but surely. This is where the pork stall girl used to be, but she's long, long gone. And for those who don't know, up until the other day, there was no stall for the where they used to sell coconut juice at Happy Land up ahead. And they just brought some older woman in. So there is now a coconut stall.
ผมตรวจทุกอาทิตย์อยู่แล้วไม่ต้องกลัวหรอกครับ
ก็มีโรคประจำตัวอะไรไหม
โอ้ไม่มีครับผมตรวจทุกอาทิตย์ไม่ตาย
It's livelier than usual. Tí đơn xuânทุกคน Now the reason I started this stream an hour earlier, 45 minutes earlier than usual, is because of the heat. It's so hot and humid that, you know, if I walk around for an hour and a half and it's 10:30, it's a difference is a couple of degrees. And it's so humid. 81 or something like that, 81% humidity. Whew. Crazy. Whoosh. It never cools down. Seriously, it doesn't cool down. Thailand is, at least Bangkok, is almost never cool. If you got some wind maybe, but late at night, but that's about it. Really never. All right, I'm just gonna walk up. This is normal, if that's what you mean. I mean, it's Southeast Asia, so it's rarely chilly unless you're up north. Like I said, and even them, I think, well, you know, they're more tolerant of the heat. You never really learn to love it. Unless, you know, maybe you're down by the beach or something and you can cool off real easy, or you got a swimming pool. I mean, I like it when it's warm, but when it's hot and muggy, no thank you. It's about 140 degrees right now. Nah, right now it's about 84, high of 91, but humidity is around 80 to 82. What the jar? What the bad beer? Huh? Only. น้ำเปล่า Only. ขี้เกียจทำหน้านะวันนี้ขี้เกียจทำหน้านะไม่อยากทำหน้านะยังไม่ได้ตื่นนอนนะใช่ไหมหลับทำไมอ่ะ
เข้าเช้าอ่ะเลยที่เข้าอ่ะเดี๋ยวเราเช็ค
Oh shit wait how much 25ใช่ไหม Fan club. They don't love you. They love beer. เขาใช่ไหม Fan club
แฟนคลับ
เขารักเบียร์เขาไม่รู้จักเทียนเขาไม่เคยเจอเพราะว่าผมให้เครียดนะจริงมีคนเยอะก็เบียร์อยู่ไหนเบียร์อยู่ไหนจริงๆวันนี้ใครทำงานน่ะจริงไม่เข้าใจ Yeah, I don't understand. It's always beer. Where's beer? Everybody likes beer. Oof. Diggity dog. All right, what is this going on here? Dude got to pit stop. Yeah, water pit stop. Some talk about residency being offered if buying a condo. Sell prices of residency? No, that's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Not for a condo. No way. I'll be surprised if they do the 10-year visa with people putting in, $500,000. I'll be surprised if they don't like this spot right here. Good morning. I'm gonna sit over here. Yeah, pie is for the hippies. It's for the young. It's for the young hippies. And Costa Rica has been good for a long time, but I don't know. I've heard a few things about it. I don't know. I wouldn't be too. There are other places. There are other places to go. Now, this girl straight ahead is Mrs. Tien. And then you got beer, and I think that's it today. There's nobody else. So, as I've said, no, I don't mean 500,000 baht. I mean $500,000. That's exactly what I mean. They're talking about $250,000 to $500,000 US. They're after the millionaires. Yes way. And what I was saying yesterday is they think they're going to get 1 million people to do that for this 10-year visa. Now there are other categories, but I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they have a chance in hell. I think they'll be lucky if they get 5,000 people in the next 2 years. Yes, Gennaro, beer and Tien. Wait. Hello. Tien doesn't wave. She doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, no shit, huh? I need to learn how to be a good bank robber. I'm in the wrong profession. I knew I should have been a coke dealer. I'll tell you what, guys and girls, consider becoming a member of my YouTube channel. I mean, it's $1.99. They got there's a $3.99, a $9.99, and I have people at all tiers. But if you like what I do and you want to see me traveling more, there's only one way I can do it. You know, if I was independently wealthy, I would be going places, and I don't know, I just put up a home video once in a while, but I'm not. So your becoming a member helps me to continue what I'm doing. And the reason that I'm in Bangkok right now and I'm walking around in my area is because, you know, everything costs, man. Everything costs. You know, you want to go somewhere, it costs money. Especially now. You know, you run the risk of getting stuck somewhere, and then what are you going to do? And I'm fully vaccinated, so I can go pretty much anywhere that doesn't have a quarantine inside of Thailand. There you go, Gennaro. Choke D, buddy. Choke D. You know, if it wasn't for you regulars, I'd be like, screw this. You know. Really, I wouldn't go out in the sun. I would never go out in the sun for a walk or for a trip. I'd do it for myself. I wouldn't do it for YouTube. So thank you very much, Gennaro, Choke D. But I implore you, I ask you nicely, you know, $1.99, $3.99, and out of that $4, I only get 70%. $4 a month. You know, if I get 500 people out of almost 15,000, we're going to say 14,500, because I've been struggling to get to 15,000, and I have a theory of why that is. It's because I do live streams, not that many videos, which I'm going to change in the future. I've been going back and forth about what am I going to do, how am I going to change. I'm always doing this. I'm always trying to change things up. But you know, you figure 250 to 500 people that are members per month at $4. You know, I mean, all right, they take 30%, but still, there's the travel money. There's the money when I need some new equipment. I've been needing a new gimbal for forever, and I'm just too cheap to spend the 5,000 baht. You know. I got to think about other things before this. So, but I mean, you know, everything happens. Yeah, YouTube is a rip. I mean, I hate to say it, because they do provide one thing. They provide a platform unlike any others. And let me tell you, if I had more subscribers, I would probably put up trailers and go over to Vimeo, and I would just charge 99 cents like a video, like a good long, you know, 30-minute, 45-minute, 1-hour video. And even then, it's like, you know, there's too many things to watch for free, so I get it. It's a big market. There's a lot of competition. But, you know, I'm looking to do another Bangkok, another side of the mountain trip. So I have to make sure that it's doable and I have a good chance of succeeding. The risk is not too great. And then I can talk Longhorns into doing it. Because he's getting up there in age as well. So, you know, there are things out there that we are contemplating. You know, they'll come together. You know, the thing with the hiking and everything is a lot of stuff is up towards Chiang Rai, and while I don't have a real problem with that, I don't know. It's just that there's other places to see in Thailand, unseen places. lots to do. And once things open up again, I really don't know what to expect. But now is the time. Now is the time to be traveling inside of Thailand. Oh, listen, just think about a couple of things. If you look at the top 10 people in YouTube who are earning money, they earn like 30 to 50, 60 million dollars a year. So imagine how much they're paying out per month. It's you know, it's crazy. And I mean, listen, some of them they found their right niche. They're, you know, you can't hate on them for doing really well. But with YouTube, I don't know what the deal is, because last I saw, Google said that they were losing money. How is Google losing money? If they're losing money, they're doing something wrong. Because every super chat that somebody gives, every time they do the AdSense, they're getting 30%. You know. But it is their platform, and I'm sure that the amount that it costs to keep things running, I forget how many videos they put up a minute, the amount that it costs to get things going and to keep things going every day is enormous, you know. Now there's another dude who just came in, a dude who just came in to start working here, which I never understand it. It's like, I do accept crypto transfers, John. I've accepted crypto transfers for years, for 2 years. If you look down in the description, there are, in fact, I'm going to change it to just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I used to, you know, I used to accept Litecoin, and I don't get many transfers like that anymore. Once in a great while. I'm all for the crypto. And I wish that I could just get everything in crypto. That would be nice if you could do that, but it's not that easy. Yeah, man, I accept crypto. In fact, Coinbase, who is one of the places that I use. I don't like that light. Coinbase had me on a waiting list for their debit card, and they just sent me a message saying I can use my debit card online, but they have to mail the actual debit card. So for time being, it's a virtual debit card, but once the debit card arrives, then I can start using the debit card. And then maybe, hey, if I had more money on there, I would probably use it. And here we have our second favorite. So you got the whole A-team working plus a dude. That was Preo. I'll be sad to see these. I'll be sad to see these girls move on, because they've been here for years, longer than any of the girls that I got to know. There's a couple that I got to know over 2-3 year period, but these girls have been here for a long time now. Gennaro, we're gonna let you ask them. When am I coming to California? I'm not. Why would I go back to California now? I have no reason to go to California, really. I have a couple of friends there, and other than that, I'm not going. No way. That's not gonna happen. Stick to tits and beer. That's the talentless type videos. Which maybe I don't have any talent, but I like to think I have a little bit. You know, I mean, really, it's like, why don't you just shoot a girl's vagina all day long, every day? You know, you just tits and ass, tits and ass. I mean, if I hit tits and ass, I'd probably be showing them. But I'm not gonna, I've already said this a million times. I don't want to do that. And that's the other thing. While the people that are in this stream, I'm sure a fair percentage of them, they're here to go in the, you know, to go in the beer bars and the go-go's and the stuff like that. Well, I'm sure of that. She's gone. You know, there's a lot of people that they got girlfriends, or, you know, they don't want to deal with that shit. Quite frankly, like for me, I just don't, you know, I mean, I went through that. I already was in the bars. I was dealing with the girls who every other girl that you met was like, hello, where you come from, what you doing, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's, you know, there are some things I don't want to do. For the cash or not, I just don't want to do it. Simple as that. I'd rather make less money and go on little trips once in a while than be some guy who's hanging out in a bar shooting videos, which the girls don't really want you doing it either. So, yeah, I understand. I forget which one of the guys, maybe it was Bangkok 69 or something, I don't know which one it was. One of them got the shit beat out of them because they don't want you filming them, you know. Which listen, I mean, you know, you can negotiate that shit. They'll let you film for a little bit of money. But I just don't want to do it. I don't understand what people don't understand about it. It's like a rock star saying, I don't want to sing country. I just don't want to do it, you know. It's the same thing. You know, or a fashion photographer who doesn't want to go out in the slums and photograph people in the slums. It's the same thing. To me, it's a you know, I'd rather do a profile of the girls than to go in and where they're, because first of all, I don't drink much. You gotta understand, I've changed over the years. Changed since I got here. I used to get smashed all the time. You know, I used to go into the clubs all the time. It was a nightly thing in the very beginning. I mean, after a while, you go, I can go there anytime I want. Why do I gotta go tonight? I'm hungover. I feel like shit. Why am I gonna go? I'll go tomorrow. Then the next day comes and you got something else to do. You know, you don't go. And then after a while, you're like, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been there. Let's just say there are a few places in the north and maybe a couple of places farther down south. Stickman, I was out before Stickman. The Stickman wasn't even online when I was hanging out, really. Well, I didn't care about getting smashed without women. I mean, for me, what's the point? You understand? It's I mean, really, Stickman. In the beginning, we used to laugh at Stickman, and you know, he made a good site for himself. He got his little niche. So you got to commend him for that. But where is he now? You know. The thing is that I would say, I mean, dude, I've been here for, this is what, my 27th? No, in November it's my 28th year. So, you know, I've been here since I was 31, 32. Imagine when you were 31, and then imagine when you're like 60, and think of the difference and how your life changes. I got 2 kids. I didn't have 2 kids when I came here. I got 2 grown boys now, you know. And I can guarantee you, they don't want to go to the bars. They're not saying, oh, I can't wait. He didn't retire. I don't believe he retired to New Zealand. I believe he went back to New Zealand to go work. I guess things weren't going as well as they were in the beginning. There were some great stories, and actually I think I wrote 1 or 2 of them in the beginning. You know, he had a good site, you know. And I don't know if anybody remembers, and I've said this several times, but there was a guy, I can't remember his name. If he, you know, if he contacted me, I would remember him in a second. But he asked me, he said, Stickman's site is up for sale. Do you want to be the new Stickman? I'll pay for it and then give you a salary or whatever. And I said, no. Why? I don't want to work for anybody else. I want to work for myself. You know, because the money I would make would not be, I mean, you know, if it's comparable to what I'm making now, why would I work for somebody else? You know? So I didn't do it. That was, God, I don't know how long ago, years. It was probably about 7 years ago. Something like that. I think I've been YouTubing for 8 years. Yeah, I don't know why Stickboy blocked me on Twitter. I don't know why. Had no idea. I never said a word to the guy. There's a couple people who, they probably hate me for my political views, hate me for, you know, just being here and being outspoken or whatever, you know. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, what does it matter? That's something else I learned. You know, from then to now, I learned. Don't bother giving a shit about what other people think, because it doesn't matter. What matters is that, you know, what you think about yourself and what people around you think about you. I think what happened with him was that he got married, and then his girl and him broke up, or she dumped him, or she left him for some police officer or something like that. I don't remember the whole story. And then, you know, he kind of, things changed for him, and then he got back on his feet, and then something happened again, whether it's the site wasn't making as much money, and, you know, I don't remember the whole story, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, you know, he had a good gig going for a while. Listen, I had a good gig going when I did the Chowderhead videos, but I don't want to do the Chowderhead videos anymore, and nobody sends me those letters anymore anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm getting older, you know. Everybody likes, the cost of living. Listen, if you really want, you can live off of fucking next to nothing here, you know. But do you really want to live that way? I can tell you, no, you don't, because I've lived on the short, and I've lived when I was flush here. When I was making good money, I had plenty of money in the bank, and, you know, I was single, and, I mean, you don't want to live here off of $500 a month. Really. Quite frankly, you don't want to live here off $1,000 a month. And, you know, 1,500 is right where you're barely getting to a livable wage. No, I've read a couple of his books. I've talked to Jake Needham, who I think he wrote The Big Mango, and I read a couple of his books. And I thought I would bump into him. Actually, he goes to that, what is it called? You can start it up again based on popular demand. I can't start it up if nobody's sending me letters. You know, and I think at some point people started getting irritated because they started giving them shit. You know, listen, I was a chowderhead at one point. I admit that. That's why I don't want other guys to be chowderheads. Now it's a completely different story. I mean, and I'm a lot older, and I would recommend things for people. I already said a long time ago, I said, the first thing you do is not move to Pattaya. Don't go there. Don't move there. There's no reason to do that. You don't need to. And also learn some of the language. Very simple. Learn a little bit of some basic Thai. Good morning, Dallo. Good morning. Good morning. I mean, and I can tell you, now granted, I'm a lot older, but I can tell you that if you ever wanted to land just a girl like working in a coffee shop, a girl who works, you know, she's got her own little business or something like that, and she's got a good head on her shoulders and she's educated, it will help you to be able to speak a little bit of Thai. And also to know about the culture. Why would you move there right away if you don't know the country? That is the dumbest thing to do. That is the area where the vast majority of Thais look at you as an ATM machine. If there's ever a place where they look at you as an ATM machine, that's it. If you're in Bangkok, you could be working for a company, you're dealing with you know, nice girls they're hardworking, they're educated, they still might be hot, you know, and they're willing. You know. Well, that's good to know. Glad somebody agrees with me. I mean, you know, I'm not saying don't move to Pattaya. I'm not saying don't move there. I'm saying if you're a newbie, why would you live there right away? That's not really the brightest thing to do. Although I will say this, if you live there and you can fend off the women, and you can keep yourself from like falling madly in love and letting some chick move in with you, or letting chicks come over whenever they want, and you know, paying them all this much money and all that kind of shit. If you can do that, if you can refrain from all that, then go ahead and live there. You got a big expat community there. That's what I would say. You know. But like, would I want to live there? Fuck no. And if I did, it would only be on the outskirts. It would definitely not be in and around the bar areas. Although, hey, you never know. Now the bar areas, those bar areas might be a thing of the past. Easy access to time. So you can live by a beach and not live in what is basically known as a whore town. Now, it might not be after hey man, you know, listen, things might change, everything might be better, it might be a little bit different, things might be a little more discreet, like in Bangkok, generally. You know, if you don't go to Pet Pong or Nana or Soy Cowboy, and you want to go get a little peace, a little strange, there's plenty of places to go. Yeah, I mean, listen, there are guys, I mean, obviously there are guys in the stream, you know, Pattaya Bob, Carlos, they all live there. But they, you know, Pattaya Bob's a bit of a, he's in a bit of a different situation. I think because of his prior life and because of his knowledge of the city and the fact that he's been there a long time and all that other kind of stuff. And Carlos, you know, he's not like living right next to a go-go bar. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a little condo next to a go-go bar. You hang at I'm telling you, Gennaro, what you do is you set up a nice but cost-effective place where you can, you know, call a base, and then you travel around, and you pick a few places, but maybe you research a few places that you're interested in living. Let's say Krabi, Prachuap Khiri Khan, Pattaya, Chiang Rai or Chiang Mai. You look at those places and you go, you know what? I'm going to go check these places out. I'm going to go spend a week in each place or 2 weeks in each place. And you go to those places, you check them out, and you get the vibe. And then, you know, by the time you're done, you'll go, wow, I really liked Prachuap. The place is awesome. And then you go, but I don't know, you know, Pattaya was pretty good too. And then you go, and you start weighing things out. And then you go, okay, I'm going to go to Prachuap. And you just go there for a couple more weeks. And then if you still like it, you stay. You know. I don't play golf. What do you mean easy access? Easy access for what? You think Bangkok doesn't have easy access? Come on. Yeah, you know, don't they have a cozy beach hotel or something like that? Because I think I stayed there. Cozy Beach Resort or something like that. I forget the name of it. But I'm pretty sure I stayed there once or twice. And I had a great view. Easy access to the V. I mean, what, you don't have it in Bangkok? It's there. It's everywhere, man. I mean, listen, if you're a single man, and you're in Bangkok, first of all, if you want to go for the pay for play, you can do that. There's plenty of places. I mean, you know, obviously things are shut down right now, but if you want like just a phone to fill your phone book up with chicks, and you know, some of them maybe you pay, some of them you don't, or you just don't want to pay. Bangkok's a great place, man. I mean, really, you're missing out if you think that if you think it isn't, you're missing out. It's a matter about how much you want to put yourself out there. You know, you want to make the effort. Because it does take effort. You know, going into a massage parlor, going into a karaoke, going into a go-go or beer bar, that doesn't really take that much effort. Although it takes the effort of opening your wallet up and paying. And, you know, finding one that you like, or you're going to be happy with, are you willing to pay for it, if that's what you want. Yeah, no shit. Listen, you guys want those kind of training courses? You know, it's available. I'm available for consultation. And just because I'm old now, and you think I maybe couldn't pull some trim, think about almost 30 years ago. I was a younger man, just like, you know, just like most guys who are out running around, screwing everything that moves, you know. You don't see a lot of like 60 or 70-year-olds going from girl to girl, changing, you know, they got 30 or 40 girls a month. I don't know that many people like that. I know there are some out there, but Thailand. To base myself in Samrong area and travel through, well, that's good too. Wind me up. I'm not wound up. Listen, at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. I always just think about, hey, if you're being literal and you mean what you say, go for it. You know. You know, I was gonna ask. She's busy right now. I was gonna ask Beer something because I just told her when I walked in. I said, you know, it's your fan club. It's your fan club, you know. And Tian doesn't speak much English. She speaks a little bit, but not much. But Beer speaks better English. But I was gonna ask her, like, you know, if you didn't have a boyfriend, would you hook up with a foreigner? Because there are some girls that they're just like, no way. There's some that are like, no way in hell, I'm not going to. No way in hell. And it's maybe they would, who knows, maybe they would, like, you know, jump in the sack with you on a drunken evening. But like, would they hook up with you and do that on a regular basis? You know. I'll go ask her. Let's see what she says. Oh, Joe, thank you very much. Choke D. Perfect chance for me to go over here. Just give me 1 second. I'm not going to bring the camera over. I don't want to make her uncomfortable. Well, that was interesting. All right, so here's the deal. I said, I said, I know you got a boyfriend. She's like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. She said, no, I don't have one. I don't have one. I said, I know you have one. She said, no, I don't. I said, you don't have like a special friend? No, I don't. She said, and what made me laugh was she said, the guy you've seen me with, that's my brother. Now, I don't know if I believe her or not. But I said, so what would happen if you met, you know, like a nice-looking foreigner, good-looking foreigner, you know, tall, handsome, and he knew a little bit about Thailand. He could speak some Thai. Would you go out with him? And she said, no. I said, really? Why not? And I thought maybe it was because of her family or something. She goes, She goes, no, I'm scared. I said, what are you scared of? You know, what are you scared of? I said, are you scared of going out with a Thai? She goes, I don't want to go out with anybody. She goes, I just want to come to work and go home and stay alone. So who knows what she's doing? I don't know. But you see, the problem is that they say that a lot. She's scared she's going to get nailed and she's going to fall in love. And then she's going to get knocked up and it's going to change her world. That's the way I look at it. And I know that from experience. I know that from experience. But it's not like she's a young girl. I think she's 25. Well, that's the other thing. I know one particular girl who is a very attractive girl, and she said that she had a boyfriend, and now she's got a girlfriend. And I know another girl who was a nurse, and she's really, really good looking. I mean, a very pretty girl and very, very smart. I think she's got her master's degree. She's working on her PhD, and she's got a beautiful home. She's got she's got her own money and everything. And I always asked her, why don't you have a boyfriend? Why don't you have a boyfriend? And then I realized she doesn't have a boyfriend because she's got a girlfriend. Well, they don't want to deal with the guys because guys have different attitudes about relationships than women. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that about her. I'm not saying that about beer. I'm not saying that about any other girls here, but I'm just saying that, you have to kind of take it as face value. What are you going to do? You're going to go, no, you're full of shit? Well, you can say that. If you know them, like I know her, and I said to her, no. I go, come on, I know you got one. I go, I know it. I know, I've seen, And she's like, no, that wasn't my boyfriend. And I mean, I knew another girl a long time ago, and before my wife, and I thought she was a good-looking girl. And I saw her with a guy once, and I just went, oh, man, I can't be with this girl. She got that guy. That's her boyfriend. And she swore to me up and down it wasn't her boyfriend. And I was like, I don't know, because that's what they do a lot of times. They say, it's my brother. It's my brother. She sounds like an independent young woman. And I think she is. Listen, Starbucks is not a bad job. Starbucks is considered a pretty good job for these girls. Well, there's a reason. Listen, I can tell you that, my wife is over 40, and I know how she thinks, and I know how her friends think. And when they're over 40, they're not looking. Sometimes they may just need to get laid, but they're not just looking for that. Sometimes they're looking for the long-term score, Well, or you're gonna get the bullshit about Thai man no good, or whatever it is. And I never believe that. Don't ever buy into that bullshit. There's a lot of really good Thai guys out there. And the reason that they say that is because they're not getting the one that they want. I don't know how old Byfern is. Just look up how old is Byfern. I could ask Beer if she knows how old Byfern is. How old is she? She gotta be like 30, something like that. She's a nice looking girl. Byfern, she's 28, okay. Byfern, how you doing, Dre? Byfern is a nice looking woman. I mean, listen, nobody's gonna go, God, she's so ugly. But she's like every other woman. Women have their set of issues just like men. And there's some guy out there who, I guarantee you, there's a guy out there who's gotten sick of her before. For every good-looking woman out there, there's some guy who has gotten sick of her. You know. And I'll tell you something. What I've noticed is, you can look at a girl. How many girls have you looked at? How many women have you looked at? I'm not talking when you're a little teenager, a little teeny bopper. As a grown man, how many women have you looked at and you thought, wow, she's so beautiful. She's really a good-looking girl. Wow, so sexy. And you got to know him. And he just went, I don't know. I don't know, she might be a headache. Oh, she's high maintenance. She, you know. It's what happens. Nobody's perfect. It's just like saying Thailand is not a paradise. I'm not saying it can't be. I'm not saying a woman can't be like completely awesome. You know, you got some girl and she's a great lay and you're like, oh my God, that was so fantastic. Okay, that's great. But then, you know, when you go and you start talking to her and you ask her where, you know, the capital of the United States is, and she goes, Germany? You know, I mean, you know, there are those things happen. Soy Dog Cowboy, thank you very much. Somebody asked about soy dogs earlier today, and I didn't really catch the message, but until I went back. Choke D, Mr. Soy Dog Cowboy. Hopefully you'll be able to come over here sooner than later, and they'll open up. But I don't think any decision's been made as of yet. They're flip-flopping. Soy Dog Cowboy, have you been listening to this conversation about women and Thai women and how, you know, they tend to never have a boyfriend? No boyfriend. No, they have a guk. They have a gig or a guk. Or a poo and pisset. Special friend. I'm so glad I'm out of all this, to be completely honest. I'm so glad I'm not running around, and because I wouldn't have the patience for it now. I think all of my friends that are in their late 50s, early 60s, or 60s, none of them have the patience. They wouldn't want to play any games with some chick played games, and they'd be like, hey, get out of here. Otherwise, you can come over. The next time you want to blow me, you can come over. Otherwise, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. That's a good question for him. But he has experience here. He's not some newbie. It's not like he doesn't know anything about the country, like he doesn't speak any of the language, like he doesn't know about the people. It's, you know, what I've said is don't move there. Don't make that the first place you move. I just don't think it's a great place to move if you're a newbie. And especially if you're the kind of guy who's like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. And then, you know, you go down the street, oh my God, look at this girl, she's so beautiful. Every 5 minutes you're going, this girl's so beautiful, I really like her. And then before you know it, you're in love with every other woman. Which, you know, I mean, listen, you know how many times I walk through the mall, or I walk through a mall, or outside by myself, or with somebody like Longhorns, or I'm hanging out with Jono, or whoever it might be, and some like really cute or really gorgeous woman walks by. It happens all the time. What are you gonna do? You know, you just go, hey, what's up? How you doing? If they want you, believe me, they'll let you know. And I've known quite a few guys who really, the truth is that with Thai chicks, you shouldn't be chasing them at all. You know, you go, hey, listen, I'm going over there to get some food or to go have some drinks. You know, you and your friends want to come with me? Okay. And you go out. If the girl's into you, she's going to let you know. she'll give you the little signs. You know, I mean, now obviously if she's a straight up hoe, she'll give you the big sign. You know, she'll be like, you want some of that? Okay, well then you know. But if she's a decent chick who, you know, is not like out to jump in the sack with every guy that she meets, she'll give you the little signs if she, you know, wants a little action. She wants to get to know you a little bit more. And even like when I asked Beer, I said, so you need to get to know the guy for a long time. She goes, you know, I just want to be alone. I just like being alone. And I think if they earn money, you know, like most of them are like, what do I need a guy for? I got a vibrator. Or my girlfriend will do the job. Or I got a guy, you know, a couple of guys I see here and there. And, you know, 3 Thai girlfriends before. LA has a lot of Thai chicks, man. I would like to, I'll tell you one thing I would like to do if I could go back, if I was still training in Muay Thai and I could do it at fairly proficient level, is there used to be a couple of restaurants around some Muay Thai gyms. And one of them, I don't remember the name of it, it was in North Hollywood. But you'd go in there and, you know, it was like a karaoke restaurant. And there was always really attractive Thai women there. And they weren't, you know, like on the game. Or at least I didn't think they were. Who knows? But, you know, for all we know, every woman's on the game. Andrew, how old are you? You're pretty young. If I remember correctly. Well, yeah, they can be. I guess it depends on what you're referring to. You know. Well, 35 is young, my friend. I hate to tell you. You know, you don't have a lot of years left before you're not young, but you're fairly young. And here you're at the perfect age right now. If you wanted to hook up with a Thai chick, like you're talking about getting married, if you really want to get married, you're young enough where you can get away with, you know, you can get a girl who's, you know, 24, 25, whatever, pretty easily. Once you get to be around 50 or 60, the money talks more, and, you know, your little cute face or your handsome face and, you know, nailing them all night long, it doesn't go quite as far, you know. Because when the girl gets older, she wants more security. When they're young, they got their whole life ahead of them, you know, they're not worried. Just like guys, most guys who are, you know, are young are not worried, or Westerners who are young are not worried about, oh, what's my future gonna bring? Maybe they should be, you know. I wasn't, like, when I moved over here, I had no freaking clue, you know. Oh, Gennaro, just admit it, you're a slut. We know that. You're a slut. What happened to your affinity for Vietnamese girls, Andrew? You don't like Vietnamese chicks as much? I'll be honest, I find that it's not about a nationality, you know. Oh, to be 50, the good old days. I admit I would like to be 50. I probably would feel a little better every day when I woke up. Even... Wow. Uh-oh. Well, you never know what'll happen then. Even my kid, Nicholas, yesterday said to me, I was telling him I'm looking for places to go with Longhorns, with Billy. I'm looking for some places to go. What do you think about this? What do you think about it? He goes, listen, you got to remember something. You're not young anymore. You're an old man. I'm like, what's that mean? He goes, just be careful about what you try to do. I'm like, yeah, okay. You got an emergency across the street. I don't know. Have you like ever lived with a Thai chick? Do you know what that's like? Because I've been with a couple of them. And, you know, once the day-to-day sets in, it's just like any other chick, man. You know? Although they have that je ne sais quoi. You know, there's something about them, I don't know what it is, the way they carry themselves. It is different, obviously. But for the most part, they want the same things. You know? They all want the same thing. They want to, you know, they want to know they're going to have a stable, decent life. They want to be loved. They want to know that there's people that care about them around them. They want to get nailed, you know. They want to have, you know, a good romp in the sack. You know, the chicks are the same everywhere. They all want that. Maybe I should call them ladies. Ladies all want the same thing. And some ladies, they like to have their independence. And there's a saying here in Thai, which is chop isalat. And that means they like their freedom. They want their freedom. They don't like to think, if I want to go to my girlfriend's house, I've got to call my boyfriend up or call my husband up. There's some chicks who are just like, I really don't want to have to deal with that, and then the guy's going to give me an attitude, or he's going to give me a hard time, or whatever. Listen, if I was to give one piece of advice, don't care too much. Two pieces. Don't care too much, and this is coming as an older person who's had a little bit of experience. Don't care too much about them, and don't try and tell them what to do. Good morning, Aussies. Aussie. Good morning, Johnny Siam. Good morning, Mr. Monash. Yeah, I mean, I would say don't get too caught up in them, and don't try to order them around and tell them, you know, what to do. You just let them be. And if they're going to do anything that you don't like, they're going to do it whether you are on their ass or not. Give them their space. And Thai guys, they don't think some Thai guys that I've met, they don't think that you should do that. And I just think a little bit differently about that. I think like if a chick's gonna screw around on you, if you're worried about her screwing around on you, she's gonna screw around whether you're bitching and moaning or not. And in fact, you might drive her to screw around if you're constantly complaining. But if you just mellow about it and you know, she's not your whole world, then that's a little different. And sometimes I think that, you know, some of the girls, they have a bad experience with like a Thai guy or something, and then they don't want any more. They're like, that's it. They think every guy's the same. You know, they're gonna be, if the girl comes home 5 minutes late, where were you? You're gonna get the third degree, which is, you know, really, if you're gonna be with a chick, you better be able to trust her. Because if you can't, then you're screwed right from the get-go. Here's my pearls of wisdom for the day. Yeah, I mean, dramatically is the key word. Yeah, you're my first, my last, my everything. Yeah. V-talk is better than coffee talk or COVID talk. What was it I was looking here? Let me see this here. Well, I will say this. When I met my wife, she didn't swear. She didn't do a lot of things. And she didn't swear and she was very, very sweet. And well, she still is very sweet most of the time. She's learned a few things from me. I have tainted her. I have fouled her forever. You know. And she has helped me with a few things over the years, you know, and most of the time it's, well, every once in a while it'll be she'll bitch and moan and I'll get tired of hearing her and I'll go, enough already. But most of the time it's just subtle things, you know. Do you need to do this? And then I think, I don't know, maybe I don't, you know. I don't know, you know, the thing is that my relationship with a Western chick is so long ago, I don't really remember, you know, all the day-to-day activities that we went through. I do remember a few things, but nothing, you know, I do remember a few things, but for the most part, God, I don't know if I could be with a Western chick now. Any advice on making a marriage last long term? First of all, get married to somebody that you actually love and that you like and you want to be with. Second of all, don't try to order them around. Let them do what they want to do. And understand that, you know, I guess really you got to understand that, you know, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And you're going to have disagreements. You're going to have things that you may disagree about vehemently. But you know, if you truly want to get married, there it is. Don't get married. If you truly, for whatever reason, I would ask yourself, why do you want to be married? Is it because you don't want to be alone when you get older? Is it because you want to have a family? I mean, you know, I did want to have kids. I wasn't sure how I was going to go about doing it, and I waited for a long time to get married. I did that on purpose because I sowed my oats 50 times over. You know, really, I sowed my oats. You know, maybe that's what I should talk about in the members section. Is some of the things that I've done that I don't want to talk about online because it's just too. I don't know if I could get away with it on YouTube. You want a life partner. Why? Why do you want a life partner? I think that's a valid question. Why? Is it because, you know, for what reason? What do you need a life partner for if you don't really like you? I don't know. You know, if you meet somebody that you want to wake up to every day and you like being around and you want to have kids with her, okay, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Get a dog. Jesus Christ. I don't understand this urgency to get married. And, you know, for you, the way that you said it was you just want to come here and get married so you get your visa. And that is not a good reason to get married. Especially if you marry the wrong girl, who happens to be a very intelligent girl or street smart girl who might just wrap you up in knots. Well, Exeter, if you want, I can help you spend the money. That's not a problem. You don't need a chick for that. You don't need to get married for that. You know. You know. I think it's a good question. You know, about why do you want to get married? What's the point of it? Why do you have a life partner? Why do you need a life partner? For sure now, it's great that I have my wife because she's the mother of my kids and she's a good mother. And she's helped me in my life here. which it didn't start out like I didn't look at her and go, well, I want a life partner. It was like, I want to go out with this chick. All right. And then you go out, you have a good time. You're like, hey, I like her. All right. And she's kind of your friend, but you know, you want to jump her bones. And therein is the difference. I mean, I've always said it, but like for me, the only chicks who are my friends are girlfriends or wives of my friends. And maybe girls that are associates by, whether it be at work or through a place you frequent all the time, similar to, say, Starbucks. These girls are not my friends. They're people I associate with. You don't want to get it twisted. Women are starting to dominate you. Now, on the other hand, it's probably cheaper just to go out whenever you need to get laid. The older you get, you're not going to need to get laid quite as much as when you're young. And so, the cost is going to drop dramatically. Always getting better. No money. But yeah, well, that's good. I mean, listen, I've been with my wife for, I don't even know how long now, 22 years. Because we did the little Thai wedding, and then we got traditional, the marriage with the certificate and the registered and all that. But we've been together for, I think, 24 years or something like that. And it was, basically it was just like, she was cool, she was cool to be around. She was all right, man. I was like, hey, you know what? I don't want to throw her out. There are some chicks, like, they start saying things and acting a certain way. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be around this chick. Get this chick away from me. And that's how I feel and that's how I started to feel when I would go into go-go bars and beer bars. After I had been here for a while, I just was like, man, I don't want to hear some chick constantly, oh, one drink for me? You bar fine? What's your name? How long you stay Bangkok? Why you come Pattaya? What are you going to tell them? So I can bang young trim like you? I mean, 6 years now. Yeah. I would say we don't usually argue. We may bicker. We bicker. But this is just us. We have our own way of interacting. And now it's like with silver bellies. Ugh. What the hell's a silver belly? I know I need to know this. What is a silver belly? It's funny how time flies when we talk about women. And it's also funny that, I was looking, and when I first started streaming, I had around 18% women watching my channel. And then slowly but surely they dwindled until it was about 2%. And then it was 1%. And now it's maybe around, I'm lucky to hit 1%. Well, having a good marriage was not my goal in life. But if you're going to get married, you need to work on your marriage. You need to remember certain things. You need to act a certain way. You need to remember that it is a life-changing experience. For better or worse, really. I didn't know what the silver bellies was. I was like, what? Silver? That's the first time I ever heard it. Must be an Aussie thing. That's another thing. you know, listen, and I was thinking about this, talking to my kids about this. Once you start getting a little bit older, the motivations for women begins to change. The mentality of women starts to change. So if you haven't got married by, say, 35 or 40, maybe you're not going to be dating a chick who's, now, you know, here anything's possible, especially with money. But let's just say that, you know, if you're like 50 and you want to marry some 25-year-old, chances are either she's going to have a kid or two kids, or she's, you know, she's in a different place in her life than you are. So you might be in a better position than she is to take care of her, and she may expect that, which is, you know, some guys don't want an orphan. They don't want a chick that they don't want another child that they just have to take care of. That's always been me. Just because I'm like, well, why can't they work? What's the problem? You know, but some guys, I understand it. They're older, maybe they're 70 and the chick's like 40 or something like that, 35. And the guy's like, hey, I don't have that much time left. I want my wife to be with me. I want to go places and do things. If she's working, she's not going to be with me, so I might as well tell her to stop working. Well, then you better have the money. And this is another thing, Andrew, if you're still here and you're listening. You're 35. You want a life partner. That life partner's probably going to want kids or a kid. That's going to cost you. And you're going to have to think about that for another 20 plus years. So, you know, if you got married at 37, 22 years, you're going to be 59, you know. Told me to tell you how lucky I am. I'm sure you're very lucky. I think it's good when you meet them when you're young and you grow old together. I think that's the way you do it. That's the best way, in my opinion. You're fairly young. You still have some youth in you. You know, you're not 70 and you meet them and they're 35. I mean, that's how I feel good that way, because I know, like, I met my wife, I was still kind of partially in my prime. And, you know, now I'm not in my prime anymore. I've grown older. My body's more screwed up. I got problems, you know, with my joints and, you know, my knee, my hip, you know, and she's starting to have the same thing. She's starting to see, hey, you know, with no kids, average cost of raising a kid is $275,000. Wow. It's a lot of dough. I don't know how much it costs here, but I don't think it costs that much. I should try to figure it out one day. The tuition ain't cheap, I can tell you that over the years. It's cost. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're 70 and you get some chick who's, say, 25, if that's what you want, then, you know, I mean, like I always say, she's probably not going to be with you because she thinks that your shriveled up old saggy ass and balls is so beautiful that she can't live without it. You know, she doesn't look at your saggy ass and go, oh my God, I got to get me some of that. But when you're younger, you know, You might not be thinking, you both might not be thinking with your brains. Close in age helps the relationship on the same page. Well, I mean, I'm what, 14 years older than my wife? And I would say that's about the max. That would be the max for me. 14, 15 years, and that would be it. You know what I mean, Danny. You know. What was that the Junior Soprano said? I used to be all muscle. Now my arms are like an old lady's saggy cunt. Oh my God. Something like that. That was funny as hell. God, you know, and these I'll tell you what, these girls have to be so patient. I could never have this patience. And then of course you got the one asshole who will walk up and go, well, I want my coffee, I want this, and they're like, can you wait for a moment, please? Yeah, can you just get me this though? You know. Anyway, it's been an interesting morning. No Longhorns because he's probably sleeping. Anyway, today I'm going to spend the rest of the day looking for places to go similar to Bangkok, similar to that wonderful mountain that I walked on. Something cool like that. I'm looking for somewhere like that. And so I'm going to come up with a few more places today, and then we'll iron it out in the next couple of days. And I say we, Longhorns and I, will iron it out. We'll figure it all out and let everybody know. Andrew, you better you just better forget about that. He's probably sleeping. I would go back to the mountain. Now I know it, you know, like chances are I'm not going to die, and I think that helped me get over some of my fear of heights, you know. But what I should do is go back to the area, the town area where I fell from, in the place where I fell from. I'll show you guys again where I fell from. I should go and do that. That's a little trip in itself. Yeah, Andrew, forget about marrying a high-so girl. That ain't gonna happen, buddy. I hate to tell you. I don't know you, and you know you might be, you might have a fair amount of money and have your shit together and be a nice guy, and they might think you're great looking and all that kind of stuff. But the chance of you getting in with a high-so girl, unless you are truly entrenched in Thai society, is about 1/1000th%. It ain't gonna happen, buddy. It just ain't gonna happen. Now you might meet, you know, an upper class or middle class Thai girl, but you know, a high-so girl, most of them don't want anything to do with a foreigner. And if they do, you better have some serious dough. I mean, serious. And I don't know if you guys, you know, if you remember me saying this the other day, but the cop who supposedly killed the guy, the drug dealer, he put the bags over his head, you know, that guy, that police officer who is supposedly filthy rich, he offered a Thai actress 280 million baht for Sinsot. I mean, think about that. And she said no. Janara, I hate to say it, but none of us, I don't believe any of us in this stream have a chance in hell of ever being with Byfern. Or what's the other one's name that I like? Pracharapa or something like that. You got no chance, Gennaro. No chance at all. It just ain't gonna happen. And Andrew, I hate to burst your bubble, but just forget it. Really, forget it. Don't even think like that. If you'll be lucky to get a girl who's a doctor. If you were able to get a girl who's a doctor, I'd be shocked. Maybe a long shot would be, you know, like 100 to 1 long shot would be that you could find a pharmacist who was a good-looking girl and who loved you for you and all that other kind of stuff. Email me. I'll give you a link that you can hit. Listen, all joking aside, I don't mean it, I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be, anything. I'm not trying to say that, that some of us are not, semi-classy. But, the Thai girls, what do they need you for? What do the high-so Thai girls need you for? They don't need your money. They got their own lives. I mean, yeah, start with a farm girl, work your way up to a girl who's got an education. Personally, I think if guys nowadays, if you're going to live here, don't settle, man. Don't settle. Seriously. Oh, here comes Miss Mook. So they got 5 people working today. Yes, I've been to Erewhon. Yes, I've been there a couple times. It's a really nice place. The only thing is you're not allowed to take photos inside, which means you can't take video inside the actual temple. I mean, you can get away with it in some areas of it, but yeah, it's a nice place. In fact, I think I went there with Longhorns, or he met me there after. I was with my mother or something. He met us there after. I can't remember. But yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why if you're going to live here, you can't, and this is the thing, some guys have a hard time saying no. You can't say no to the girls. No, I don't want to get involved. Just because we're having sex doesn't mean we need to get married. And they may not like it. And then again, that's just tough shit. But there's no reason if you're living in Bangkok or anywhere else that you can't make it a requirement that you're hooking up with an educated girl with a good head on her shoulder. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. I like the elephant. I don't know, what is it? 4 heads. I always look at it this way. Get in, leave the load, then get out. There's a good plan. Well, that's one way to go. You do that enough, and you do that after a while. They all look the same. Every triangle is the same, and you know, it gets to be monotonous. You know, it's like you're going up a bunch of small hills. You go one and you go, oh, that one's good. Ah, this one's this one's good. Ah, this one. You know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you can't, but the chance is very slim. You're gonna need to be. You're gonna need to be in the right place. You're gonna need to know some people. You're really gonna need to.
Hey Scott, how's it going, man?
Why are you yelling?
I'm Gaylord Fazio. Nice to meet you.
All right, what's your name?
I'm a big fan, Gaylord Fazio. I just got out of the sandbox.
Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you, man. How you doing today?
I'm all right.
Man, that's quite the rig you got, man.
Well, yeah, it's all right.
Can I sit down for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, brother.
Go ahead. Now, what's your channel?
It's nice, Gaylord Fazio.
Gaylord Fazio.
I just got out of the sandbox a couple days ago. And my brother, you know, heard of Michael Fazio?
No.
He's a YouTuber in the Philippines.
Okay.
And he's got like 31,000 subscribers.
Huh.
You know,
Okay.
but his name's but people, you know, but he's very famous because he wrote a book on the dollar bill, and he's very famous all over the Philippines. John, you never heard of Michael Fazio or?
I don't watch much YouTube, man.
Angel or Alpha Male Construction or anything like that.
I don't watch much YouTube at all. Seriously.
Really, nothing.
Nah.
Well, anyways, you're a legend, man. You know, you've
I don't know about
you've
that.
been in the country 27 years. You know, you have all the information. You know, I mean, you put Greg Twitchy to shame. You know what I'm saying? You destroyed Greg Twitchy. I mean, if you would you have kicked his ass one-on-one, man? You know what I'm saying?
I think, you know, people do things to themselves. It's very easy to self-destruct. You know.
What do you think of his new channel? What do you think of his new channel?
I don't even know what channel he has.
Really?
I have no idea, man.
Can I buy you something to drink, man?
I'm telling you, no, I'm all right. I got a water. I'm fine. I don't watch anybody on YouTube, man. Really.
Nothing?
Almost nothing. Almost nothing. If I watch something, it's like I watch Chael Sonnen sometimes about fights. About
Right.
yeah, I mean, really, I watch documentaries sometimes. That's it. I don't want to get involved in any of that shit. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I'll do my own thing, and I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing.
Really? Yeah. Because
I mean,
I live for YouTube, man. Like Cheap Charlie says. What's he say? Is I live for this. You know what I mean? I
don't live for this.
You know, I live for this.
Yeah.
You know, I live for this. I live for this.
See, I mean, I got a family, man. You know, like I got a family. I got other shit that I do. YouTube is nice. I like it. It's at times it's great, and it does help me to be able to travel and do things I want to do. It's part of it, but it's not my whole life. I mean, it's definitely I don't live for this shit. You know, yeah, I don't live for it.
I mean, I live for it, man. You know, because I've been doing it 2 days.
2 days?
You know what I'm saying? You know, Gaylord Fazio, I started my channel. I've been doing it for 2 days. I'm going to Pattaya today.
Oh, really?
You ever heard of? I'm going to Pattaya today. I'm going to walk down Beach Road tonight, and I'm going to go eat in this place called Tree Town. I mean, it's a place for everyone.
I know where it is.
It's like I guess what I've heard is like it's.
You've never been there.
It's like you know, if you imagine Pattaya with all the prisoners, and then they all went to a cafeteria to eat, and they filmed it like a movie. Then this is Tree Town. I guess this is where all the felons eat, where all these crazy people eat. You don't think that's true?
No. I mean, you know, who knows who's a felon? People don't generally go around going, "Hey, they may know each other and they might be felons, but they're not walking around going, "Hey, this is where all the felons hang out." It's just not like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's not how it is, man. No. And I don't, you know, like for me, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I only give a bit shit about my own little world.
Right.
I don't care about anybody else.
You're getting up there in age. You're just turning 60 now.
Well, I'm not 60 yet, but it's not even really that. It's just I want to do my own thing and focus on what I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing. Good for them. If Twitchy's doing great, good for him.
He's doing terrible. He's doing terrible.
If somebody else is doing great,
Right.
good for them. Because you know what? I don't want to concern myself about them. It's just a waste of my fucking time because it doesn't do anything for me.
Right.
What about what I want out of my life? What about what I want out of YouTube? I don't give a flying fuck about any, and that's why I don't really watch YouTube. I know of the people because every time I go on my channel, something pops up or there's something, you know, on the page or whatever,
Right.
and I see the names and maybe I see the title, and I know, you know, who's doing really well, and I know of them, but I can't. And I've been here a long time. I can't stay. Like the thing is, I can barely stand to see myself on a video or a stream. And like to me, I mean, like it's so second nature being here. It's nothing. It's nothing like I don't see that it's a big deal.
Right.
And for a lot of people, it is a big deal too.
Yeah, it's something brand new. I mean, it's like
You live here?
It's like well, I just came from the sandbox, man.
Oh, okay. So you just moved here,
Yeah.
but you've been here before.
I've been here a few times before. You know what I mean? But I'm going to Pattaya, so for a few days.
But you've never been there.
I've been to Pattaya a couple times.
Oh, you have. Okay. Yeah, but it's not like you're going to be running around getting all kinds of action
I
everywhere.
got my sleep apnea machine. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus.
But you don't see many bloggers. And you see the bloggers; they're all at Tree Town, and they really don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's a lot of places open.
I don't know. I've been to in the last year and a half. I've been there about 4 or 5 times,
Right.
and listen, I've been there fucking 100 times, 50 times, 100 times. It's no big deal, Like
27 years, right? 27
it's not
years.
a big deal, and I guess that's what the difference is. And why I feel the way I do. And it's not like I know there are some people out there that are probably doing some fantastic stuff.
Right.
Because some other people tell me. And sometimes I'll watch them. But like most of the time, I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't watch YouTube. I'd rather fucking...
Jump off a bridge?
I'd rather watch something on Netflix or I got a whole bunch of movies and I got TV series and documentaries. I got hundreds of them on my computer. So I don't need to watch that shit, the fuck's going on? Yeah, it's not important,
Yeah. I'm just trying to enjoy it. But my goal is to go to the Philippines.
That's your goal?
Michael Fosby.
Oh, okay. So what's stopping you from going there?
He lives in a shithole in Bohol. He lives in Bohol and he lives in a shed.
He lives in a shithole.
And he's very famous,
If he's famous, why is he living in a shithole?
Because he's broke, sir.
Listen, I couldn't give a flying fuck about being famous, honestly. I'd
Well,
rather
you are
have the
famous.
money.
You're one of
I'd
the most
rather
famous-
have the money.
You're one of the most famous YouTubers in Thailand. Sir.
No, I don't think so.
Respectfully.
Well, thank you, but
You are, man. You're a legacy. You are a legacy in Thailand on YouTube, man. Think about it. All the years you've been on, what you bring to the table. You've got a family.
I never even think about it, man. Really, I don't even think about it.
Why wouldn't you let your sons join the U.S. military?
I didn't say I wouldn't let them.
Because I saw something interesting on Thai news. They had
the Thai military.
No. I saw you.
I don't want him joining the Thai military. Fuck
Let me
that.
tell you what I saw on the news. I saw a U.S. Army Thai E6 on the news doing like a recruiting for a Thai men to go join the U.S. Army. I don't know if you've ever seen that or not.
No, but my kids can go and be in the U.S. Army.
Yeah,
They don't need
absolutely,
anybody
yeah.
to help them do
But
that.
they're wanted. They're actually, because there's so many obese people in the U.S.
Yeah, but all they
they're
want to
prime
do right now,
candidates.
they want to get through university.
Yeah, okay.
They don't want to go into the military first and then maybe risk not going into the...
You'd rather go as officers, that makes sense. Or whatever.
Yeah, so they have more options.
Yeah,
They
okay,
get it
no,
done,
okay.
that's why they haven't gone in, because it's better for them to just get finished with university,
Right.
and they can figure out what they want to do.
But I think there's
Let me
many
ask you
Thais that go
something.
there.
Are you Ricky Drama?
Yeah, I'm Ricky Drama.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm Gaylord Fazio because Ricky Drama was supposed to go to Battaglia and get his ass kicked today.
For
I
what?
switched to Gaylord Fazio because
Why are you gonna get your ass kicked there?
I pissed off some bloggers.
Well, I think, didn't you talk some shit about me once?
I did, man.
Why? You don't even fucking know me, and you're gonna talk
Well,
shit
because-
about me.
Well, first of all, you know how I do this is I talk about other YouTubers, but then I delete it right away.
Yeah, but
I honestly watch your show all
let me
the time.
ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Yeah, sure.
If you like, see, for me, if I'm gonna put something up and I'm gonna talk shit about somebody, I want to keep it up because I look at it like I want you to know. I'm in your fucking face. I want you to know.
Right.
Why would you take it down?
Oh, because
see, I saw it,
it's
and then
not a
listen.
personalized thing.
See, I saw something about you saying, you know, I'm not shit, or you're talking about I
Right.
shouldn't be doing this or something like that. And my first thought is, you know, like, I'm gonna crack this fucking guy if I ever see him.
Right.
And then I heard, oh no, you're saying good things about me, that I'm killing it or something like that. I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
You're doing good, man. Absolutely.
But like, I always wonder why people feel the need to talk shit about somebody online. I mean, for you, maybe it was you're trying to get new viewers and trying to,
Right.
you know, like to get a buzz.
Yeah, not at all. It's just, you know,
But you don't know me.
absolutely right.
You know what I mean? You might think you know me, but you don't.
Well, I mean, I sold insurance for a long time, so you know, so I could like do underwriting and just seeing what I hear and so forth. But the bottom line is this, right? I do political advocacy,
Okay.
so I've done like Bill Clinton's a rapist with Alex Jones, Barbecue Bear Freedom for the election fraud, stuff like that, right?
So it's kind of like a shock thing.
So it's just a matter of just talking about other YouTubers, keeping up 3 or 4 days and deleting. That's it. You know what I mean? But I watch your show all the time. You know, I've been watching your show for fucking since 2017.
But what I'm saying is, why don't you just keep them up and then you get paid more for them if you're.
Well, I've never monetized them.
You're not monetized.
Absolutely not.
How many subscribers do you have?
1,500, I think.
So you're not at the point yet where you can monetize.
I've never monetized. I tried monetize. You know, well, first of all, I've never monetized a video because I have I have YouTube looking at my channel all the time. You know what I mean? Because of political stuff. Have you ever seen Barbecue Bear Freedom?
No.
Okay, I'll show it to you. Hold on.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I don't need to see it.
I
know that
It was
YouTube.
done the day after the election was over. in Las
I
Vegas.
know that they cracked down shit. See, this is their whole reason. I don't want to get involved in any of that shit because I don't want the fucking drama. That's the thing. For you, maybe you thrive on it. Maybe you like it. I don't want the fucking drama. I got a laid back life here. I got no problems here. I got no problems. I'm married. I got kids. I got a good life. You know, for the most part, everything is fucking great.
Right.
You know, but and the reason one of the reasons I don't watch YouTube and I try not to look at too much Instagram and Facebook and Twitter is because I know how I'll respond, and I don't respond like most people.
Right.
I'm not somebody who will sit back and just go, okay, you know, well, I guess they did that for a good reason. That's not me. I think of it as I'm going to stab this motherfucker in the face.
Because you're a fighter.
No, but
exactly,
I mean,
right?
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but because I think like there is a limit. You don't talk shit unless you're willing to talk shit to somebody to their face.
Right.
You don't. If you pull like if you make a comment about somebody and you don't want to say it, you say, I'm sorry for saying that comment, but you don't pull it down because, in my opinion, that's a bitch move. You pull it down, that's like saying, well, I don't want anybody to see it.
Right.
Now, I pulled some stuff down because I thought, I'm going to get fucked up by YouTube. YouTube's not going to find it to be, YouTube could maybe pull my channel or demonetize the video or demonetize. And if it's demonetized, then I'm like, okay, so what's the point of having it up for me? Because, like, the idea is that you make money off of your videos long term.
Right.
But when it comes to all that, I don't want the drama. Now, maybe you like the drama. Maybe you like the whole buzz. I don't know. But I've never liked it, man. I hate it. I like, just like, be mellow, leave me the fuck alone, don't fuck with me.
Right.
I don't like that shit, you know. So, yeah. It's better for me
So let me give you
because
an
I'll
explanation.
end up in fucking jail.
Right. Well, let me give you an explanation. So you blocked me from comments, right?
I did.
Like let's say 4 years ago.
Under what name? I have no fucking clue.
It doesn't. Well, here's the bottom line, right? So let's my video is like leaving a comment, right? So I'm doing a video. It's like leaving a comment, and then 3 or 4 days I just delete it, and that's it, man. It's not a personal.
Yeah, but if you,
thing. It's not.
Yeah, but it is personal if you're talking in a chat or something like that. I don't remember you. I don't know what name you were under, and I know guys who go under YouTube and they got 10, 15, 20, 50 fucking names.
Right.
I don't get it. See, to me, I'm old school, man. I don't get all that bullshit. To me, it's straight up.
Yeah, I only have a few channels.
You know, it's like, this is how you deal with shit.
Right.
You want to deal, like, if you got a problem with me, you come to me and you go, hey, Scott, I got a problem with this, man. Or you come to me like, I'm running out of battery, guys. You just come to me and say, you know, I think you're a bit of a dick because of this, you know, and I really don't like that, but, you know, maybe we can talk about it.
Right.
All right, I would understand that. But, like, to me, and, you know, I thought you talked shit about me, and I thought, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, what the fuck's he...
Yeah, he's just another clown in the circle.
And somebody sent me that, and I go, what the fuck is this, man? And I'm like, and then I just went, yeah, fuck, I don't give a fuck. Because I really don't. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You know...
I'm just a clown in the circus, man.
Well, you are. But, like, you know... then again, like that's not how I want to carry myself. I don't want to go around talking shit to people or about people. Personally, I don't want to talk shit about anybody.
Right.
Even if they are a dick, I don't want to talk shit about them. Because it's a waste of my fucking energy now. But when it comes to certain people, if I was going to talk shit to them, I wouldn't have any fucking problem talking to them face to face.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like. So, you know, I'll give you props for coming and talking to me or whatever. That's good. I don't know if you knew I was here.
Oh, yeah. You know, I could never figure out where you're at. Well,
it's pretty easy. I'm almost always here. So.
I've been in Phuket for 4.5 months, man. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How was that?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I went about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I was down. I left Bangkok.
And it was dead.
I left Bangkok in early June. I was down there until middle of September. It was beautiful. You know.
Yeah.
It was beautiful down there. I met my honey.
Your honey?
Yeah, I met this girl. I was dating a bunch of girls on Thai Friendly, and then I met this girl.
Well, there's your first mistake.
So I was been hanging out with her a while. Now she busted. I took her to get her nails done for 2,000 baht a pop, right? And then she busted one little nail.
See, why would you do that?
Because
why would you pay for the chick to do that if she's just some chick off a Thai Friendly?
Well, because I was staying with her like 1 week on, 1 week off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In her place in Kamala Beach. You know, so I was paying her. Staying in her room, right? 6,000 baht a month, everything included. But then I stayed with.
You were paying the 6,000 baht a month?
Yeah, I paid her room because then I was staying in. Then I'd bounce for a week, go date other chicks, and go back and see her for a week. Anyway. Anyways, now I'm trying to dump her. And she's like hanging on for dear life.
Jumper?
What? Dumper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's her place. All you got to do is leave.
What?
It's her place that you're staying at, right?
No. Well, I mean, I'm back in Bangkok now. Here's the bottom line. Anyway, but I watched the show. I've been watching the show since 2017. There's no way for me to comment, so the only way to do it is by doing a video. I put the video
okay,
up.
I got it.
It's up for three or 4 days. I delete it. And that's the end of it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
If I get
well, I don't have a problem. I don't know what the hell was said before. I have no idea. I have no idea what you said before, why you were blocked. I don't know anything about that.
It doesn't matter, really.
But if you don't say anything that's over the top, and I mean over the top like it's going to get me in trouble, or you're calling me every name in the book or whatever like that, I won't ban you. You can comment whenever you want. I don't have a fucking problem with it. You can disagree with me. I don't have a problem with that. It's just when you start, or you start acting like I'm a trained steel, that's a different story.
And I completely agree with you, but how I look at it is that I was blocked from every channel. That's why I started a channel. I was watching the Trust Fund Crybaby Greg Twitchy, and he's like, "Well, start your own channel." So I started a channel, and of course he immediately blocked me.
Well, I mean, why, if he knows that you're a certain way and you don't like him, it doesn't surprise me because
I was on the show all the time.
The good thing about YouTube is it ain't a fucking democracy.
Right,
You
right.
don't have to let somebody on. If you don't, I don't have. If I don't like somebody, I just don't. I said, fuck it. You're gone. I don't want. I don't need you on here. If you got an attitude that I think is bullshit, or I think you're full of shit, and you're just lying to like maybe to get attention in the stream or
Right,
something,
right.
then you're fucking gone. It's simple. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I like that. Anyway, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, nice meeting you, man.
It was nice meeting you too.
Can I get your line and we can go out for, take you out
Well,
for
let
dinner
me,
sometime, huh?
just-
let's end it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
I'll wait for you.
yeah, I gotta get. I want to get out of here. I got some shit to do. But send me a message or whatever. I got an email.
I'll
Get an email.
brother.
You
All
get
right,
send me an email or whatever.
That's
No,
a nice
no
break
worries.
too, brother.
Yeah, all right.
Take care.
No worries. All right, man. Hey, don't forget your mask.
Yeah, because there's this barbecue place.
Don't forget your mask.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
There's this barbecue place by Lupini Park.
Uh huh.
I love to take you and your sons too, man. I mean, it's the best barbecue you ever had in your life, man.
All right, man.
All right, now you know.
All right, take it easy. All right. Oh, Jesus. Unbelievable. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna do?
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
All right,
man. All right.
I'll be
Oh,
ready,
you
brother.
forgot your bag, huh?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I'll move
all
out of the way.
Yeah. It took me a few minutes. Took me a few minutes. And then I remembered. Anyway, it is what it is. Was planning on ending the stream, like an hour in. Nah, I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy at all. And, some people have motivations to talk smack that, like he said, may not be personal, which is why I don't take it that way. Because if I did, then I would have cracked him. But I don't take it that way. And frankly, I don't give a shit. I got, well, yeah, that's, a little bit too loud for Starbucks when you hear how quiet it is in here, but interesting. Don't get me started with Sopranos, because that's one reason I had to just say, hey, in my book, if you got something to say, you come and say it face to face. But I did hear him say some good things about me, and that's good, and I appreciate that. So anyway, what a day! What a day! I didn't remember when he said his name was something Fazio. I was like, who the hell's that? Never heard of him. And then when I heard the Ricky drama, I go, it hit a chord. I remembered his face. No, I don't think he's a bad guy. He's very friendly, he just goes about doing things a little bit different than I do. And the whole I got this chick, and I don't remember everything you said, but I got this chick and paint the nails and do this and do yeah, see, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Good for him if he's a vlogger in the Philippines. Good for Ricky Drama if he's a vlogger here, and good on him. That's all I got to say. Really. I don't interact much with other YouTubers, really. So it did come as a bit of a shock. I'm like, and he's a little bit loud, so that was like, what's up? And it's always, believe me, it's strange when somebody knows you and you don't know them. It's a bit strange. I still find it strange. Oh, wow. Anyway. Holy moly. What a day. All right, guys. I'm going to call it quits. I'm running out of juice on my battery, and I purposely didn't bring my power bank so that I wouldn't stream too long. And now here we are at 2.5 hours, which is an hour and a half longer than I would want it to stream. So thank you very much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up, all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed the last little interaction. And he's a homeless YouTuber. I don't know, man. I got no clue about all these. Like I told him, I don't watch YouTube. I almost never want to watch YouTube, and as simple as that. So I don't want to get to know all kinds of other vloggers. I mean, if it happens naturally, that's a different story, and but I have my life. Johnny, take care. Everybody take care. But yeah, do me a favor, leave a thumbs up, and I will talk to you all in a couple of days. I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully I'll have a video up by tomorrow. We'll see. But thank you very much. And thank you, Ricky Drama, for helping liven up the show at the end. So I'll talk to you guys later, all right? Choke D, little jerk and my, all that good stuff. Good luck and see you later.